So hello guys. So this is the review of my KTM Adventure 390S, which I have been riding from past 3 months, and this is a 9,000 kilometers review. And today we are going to talk about the good and the bad of new KTM. So let's start with the bad. This bike vibes a lot. I mean, a lot. You can feel the buzz around the handlebar, the tank, which occurs around 4,800 to 5,000 rpm, where you feel a very strong buzz. But below that or above that, the bike smoothens out. So this is one of those things which I feel that you should keep in mind while buying this bike, that there are vibrations, and since it is a single cylinder engine, it is supposed to vibe. So that is not exactly an issue, but that is also a character of this bike. So I also don't like, one second, the sound of this bike. It's in typical KTM fashion. I think it's not of my taste. But it doesn't matter because this bike excels in other departments. The low end torque of this bike. It's not bad, but in comparison to Himalayan, you will feel the loss of power below 4,000 rpm. Basically, this has a different characteristic. This bike is a high revving engine. So you don't expect the kind of low end torque which Himalayan has from this bike. Another complaint from this bike. So I took this bike for the service after 7,000 kilometers. So before that, this bike used to stall quite a lot. Mainly in off-road mode. But now after the update, so the service center guys updated this bike, and after the update, the stalling issue has almost completely gone. So now let's move to the good. If I have to sum up about this bike, I would call it reliable, fast, lightweight, and sexy. I have done 2 trips on this bike. One is Ladakh and one is Gangotri. And on both those trips, I have not encountered a single problem. I cannot say the same thing about Himalayan. So I think this bike is very reliable, and you don't need to worry about a lot of things that you used to think while riding Himalayan. And I don't want to say bad things about that bike. That bike is completely amazing. I had Himalayan for 7 to 8 years. But after using this bike, as much as I miss my Himalayan, I have seen those issues gone on this bike. This bike is much more reliable, and you can just munch miles and keep going on this bike. This is what I have felt. So as far as the features go, it has got a USB-C charging point, which is not a fast charging point, but it does the job. Apart from that, this bike has got an amazing TFT screen with all the information you need, with clicky buttons. So as you can see, the service is due in 6,905 kilometers, and the odometer is 9,292 kilometers. Another thing I want to talk about this bike is that this bike is very fast. I don't push people, or I don't want people to ride at that speed. Even I don't ride at that speed. But this bike is crazy fast and steady at the same time. Another good thing about this bike is that it's a head turner. Everyone around you will look at you and they'll ask about this bike, that where did you buy it from. So refueling stations or anywhere I go, I get a lot of questions about this bike. This bike has got an amazing suspension. You don't even know how much you can tune this. I have tried a few settings, and now I have settled down to the basic settings. I was at the soft setting for quite a while, but this has got ample amount for you to experiment and see what suspension setting works best for you. Even after loading all the luggage and everything, basically the bike feels steady, calm and stable even after the soft suspension setting. So this suspension works quite well for this bike. So that's all for now, and I hope that my review helps you in your decision of buying this bike, if this bike is the right choice for you or not. And about my trips, next week I am also going on another ride where I will be sharing my travel, my journey on this bike, and probably I'll have a lot more to share about this bike. So, see you there.